All right, Alvin, as you prepare for the Bears, what are you kind of seeing from their defense? What kind of challenges do they present for you guys this week?
I think they play hard. They play together as a unit. Run around, move around. They do well tackling. So I mean, we just got to play our game honestly. Get some blocks on the perimeter, O line, get some good push, and then we got to finish our runs.
Is there anything from the previous game against the Colts that you can carry over to this game, at least in the running game?
Win.
And when it comes to this offense, do you always feel like it's just more about you all in a way? And not really?
Yeah, I ain't never really. It's not really. Well, me personally, I don't really too much look at other teams. Not in a disrespectful way, but I think that the things that we have in our offense in place, when we do them well and we get like I've been saying the past couple of weeks, when we get some of our premier calls up, run and pass, I think it's just it's hard to stop as a defense. So I'm not really worried as much about the defense. It's more so about us.
Offensively, when you're seeing the numbers that you put up the last couple of weeks, last 3 weeks in terms of yardage, is it good to see a game where you're like, all right, we're finally putting the ball in the end zone, we're finally getting those points?
Yeah,
That's kind of what I guess.
I mean, that's kind of one of them things you need to win. You got to score points. So, obviously, having better third down numbers and better red zone numbers that last game helped us secure that victory. So, hopefully, we can carry that over into this game and just kind of keep progressing.
I know, like, from the outside or just from fans, it almost felt like they needed to see a win to have confidence in this team. Did this locker room need that win and that type of win to I guess feel forward or feel like you can like get on a roll in a sense?
I mean, it's just one win. It's good to win because obviously that's what we're doing it for. But me, after that one win, I'm not like, oh yeah, wow, we back. It's like, okay, we got to do it again. Like you got to do it again. You got to do it again. You got to string them together and be consistent with it. Because if you want to say that, then we played a game a couple weeks ago and everybody was like, "Oh, we back," and then you go out the next week and drop one. So we gotta just keep it going and keep progressing and keep executing and adding on to what we do the previous week.
Is it kind of like from the perspective of just how this league is? It's like 1 week if you win, it's like, oh great, like
yeah, don't nobody care,
man. And if you lose, like the end of the world.
Yeah,
like,
dog. But honestly, like every week is just that. It's a week. You know what I'm saying? So we win or lose last week. It's like the next week is a new season. For me, every week is like you got to go 1-0. That's your goal. If you go 0-1 the last week, you got to go 1-0 this week, and then. Obviously the better teams, they get to going and stringing them together. Every week is just 1 week, but when you can consistently get a win after a win after a win, that's how you evolve and progress as a team. Honestly, not just offense.
And how noticeable is the improvement of the offensive line play for you?
Man, you see it. Them guys, I feel like they were getting challenged a lot. And some of it wasn't their fault. Some of it was, other things. It was other coming from other places. But they just go. They strap their boots up and they go to work. You know what I'm saying? They're not the type of dudes to complain. And it makes it easy for me because guys up there they just go. They just work. And they come with the same energy as far as when it comes to me running the ball. They're like, man, we're gonna get you loose. Like, let's go. Whatever we got to do. And they're hype about it and they got energy about it. So it makes me feel better that they not down or feeling licking their wounds. They just like, man, next, let's go.
Alvin, you said you have to prove it's not just one game, but was there anything that you felt especially good about in this game that makes you feel like it was more tangible than the New England Flash?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I already, like, Sunday when I was like, I don't even want to watch the film, I already forgot about that last game. I'm just moving on
but
to
I
Chicago.
just mean anything in general that you think that you guys have tapped into that's real with this offense, that's sustainable, I guess.
I think before we even played the game, it was a lot of what I looked at, during camp. It's real and sustainable, but we just have to go out there and do it, right? We have to go out there and we got to make plays as the playmakers on the offense. We got to protect Derek. Derek got to make throws, and we have the people in our offense to be electric and be consistent. But we just have to do it. It's nothing. It don't mean nothing if you just talk about it. You know what I'm saying? You got to do it week in and week out.
You guys ran the ball a lot in the red zone.
Mm-hmm.
You exploited a matchup against their second. Was this heavy Alvin influence in the game plan?
I like when the ball's in my hand. It just got to get called. It got to get dialed up. And it's every week got its own flavor. So that's what the last week called for, I guess. And then we'll see what this week calls for. But you just got to make plays at the end of the day.
Yeah, what's it like for you when you watching film and you just watch Tyson, some of Tyson's run?
I mean, he just a bully. Honestly, he's just a bully. Like I said, I've been saying it for years. I mean, you tell him to go run into somebody, he gonna do it full speed. You tell him to go catch a ball, he gonna go do it full speed. I mean, he do anything. So it's good to have a guy like that, just kind of a gadget dude that can do it at a high level.
I'm assuming you still feel pretty good about the option route.
Oh yeah, I've been. I'll feel good about that till I retire. So.
With Colin being the lead blocker for Taysom too, does that increase the bully factor even more? What does it have a guy?
Yeah. Bink do his thing. So it's definitely an interesting play when he's in there. It's already an interesting play, but adding Bink in there is definitely, it gives us an advantage.